You know what number it is. Alright, brahs, so today, I'm going to get this tail taken apart, put the steel tail on. I'm going to get the handlebars off, put the other handlebars on. There's like a lot of little knickknacks to do too. Take the fender off, take the fuel tank off, take this old tail off, take the tail light off. I don't know if it's got a new one of those in there. We'll just leave it on for now. Put the one finger clutch on, put the Brembo handbrake on, just, put them on there, hook them up, run the brake lines. It's a couple things to do. I think the main thing is just make sure we get the handlebars done and the fuel tank off. And yeah, so that's what we're doing today. Ooh, water. I think, see, that's pretty simple. It's just a Allen head there and it pops up. The fuel tank, it's just this right here, and then these two, and then you lift it up, and I guess I'll show you whenever I get to it, but there's some wires hooked up to the fuel pump. It's not that difficult. You just need like a screwdriver sometimes to pry it apart. Now those are out. This all just comes up. And yeah, you can see that little clip right there needs to come undone. And then, where's the fuel clip? Oh, it's further down. It's down here somewhere. I think it's probably in there. That's how this runs down to the bottom. Trying to remember. Oh yeah, it runs through there. So it's not too difficult to remember to put it back. Oh, I can't do this one-handed. So this part, it's not too difficult. These clips, normally, you just push off these ends. Well, say that. I just can't do it one-handed. And the clip to the fuel tank is right here, so that's pretty nice. Makes it way easier when you're taking it apart, because then you just do that. And the whole fuel tank comes off. Ta-da! Woo! We did it. Stick that back. Stick. Oh no. And sticking these back so I don't lose them. Like I just lost this one in there. I'll get it out later. Just gotta make sure we grab it and don't drop it this time. This is interesting that I didn't know is that the lower fairing is actually the whole bottom piece of this. So I don't know if I got one or not, because it kind of suck if I didn't get one with that fairing kit, because I already cut this huge notch out. So to undo the tail, you gotta take these out, 4 of them. All right, so this is pretty much off. I don't know, probably these two, and it probably just lifts up off out of there. So okay, so I took these screws up so I could remove this piece. Ooh, real quick, like. Should be it. Oh, no, there's this. That's probably a tip sensor. Oh, and then this. This is for the aftermarket license plate eliminator kit. Just gotta shove these through. So now, before I go any further, I'm gonna have to look in the fairing box to see if it comes with this tail piece, because if it does, then I need to go ahead and undo everything and put it in there when I put this on. So that's great. I gotta move all that and dig. All right, so I dug everything out, and yeah, it don't come with this, so that's great because I'm pretty sure, yeah, one of the clips goes right here, so that's not so hot. Where did you come from? Oh, so I definitely want to look into buying one of these because I just feel like that's going to be a problem. But yeah, so we're going to take these off now. I don't really see a downside to putting this on already, so I'm just going to slap it on, so that'll look sick. Don't forget the blue Loctite braids. Oops, you don't want this stuff getting away. You don't want it, like, you know, jumping off, especially when I'm putting my feet on it. Oh, sick. No, that's on. That's pretty nice. Boys right there, that's pretty nice. Another tipping sensor. There's so many of these. Just gotta unplug this thing and then slap the new one on. Ooh, look at that. I kind of forgot about this dealio here though. So taillight is supposed to go all the way up to there, like higher than that is. So I'm not 100% how I'm gonna do that. See what I mean? Supposed to be about up to there, so I'm gonna have to cut out on the new taillight. I'm gonna have to cut out those LEDs. I'll probably do it on this one to see if I can make it work. That's what we'll use. We'll use this as a dummy. See if I can get it to work. Let's just put the bolts in this so it sits there. I think I'm gonna extend this out a little bit too. It's at 1 o'clock. I'm gonna put it out to 12 o'clock because yeah, I just want to try it on that and see how that feels for dragging scrapes and stuff. Yeah, Brea, so I cut into it to see how much room I could make. And, you know, there's only so much room to the little circuit board things, whatever you call those. There's not enough room in there. Couldn't possibly do it. Unless this tail is different. Or unless we, like, smash this down. But if this is smashed down, then it could kink up our fairings and crap. I'd rather just have the fairings be all nice. And I'll just put another tail light on it. Or I'll take the new one and I'll put it under there like that, which will look weird from the side, but it'd work. Actually, I figured out what I'll do. I'll get it to zip tie to the Iptech bar like that with the round parts there. And then have it sit like that. I'll just figure out a way to double side tape or glue this up to this. JB weld it probably. Something where it don't come off so it sits there like that. Because that don't look bad from the sides and stuff. And I'll just pop a little hole in it, run the wires back up to here to connect it. Because these wires, they can go backwards. They don't have to go up to here when there's nothing up there to plug into. Alright, so I threaded these back out and I used red Loctite because they used red Loctite, the factory did, on the regular one. So hopefully it won't come loose. I hear these things come loose a lot. Eventually we'll do a full steel frame, or at least a half steel frame, and then a full steel tail. But right now we're just going to run this, see how it works. Went ahead and put this back on. You have to bend these tabs right there because the stock thing is thinner. And then this steel one is wider, so you just gotta bend those out. Yeah, it's coming together. I don't know what I have to do exactly now. I gotta type a few things. I need to put the tip sensor. This thing's broke. I didn't notice that, so that's great. But yeah, I just gotta rig some stuff and make it work. It's just a tip sensor, so as long as I lock it in there where it ain't gonna go nowhere, it'll be fine. Alright, so I got everything tidied up, got the sensor put in there, everything, the screws back where they had them. The bottom's got washers now, so it shouldn't come undone. So I think we're pretty much done with the tail. Head and move this back, move that much further back, and add an extra bolt, because it has 3 holes. But when it was up there, only 2 were in because the third hole was covered up by sticking out up here. So, yeah, figure that's pretty lengthy, honestly. That's going to be super easy to scrape. So I probably will shorten it again, but we're going to run it like that for now, just for funsies. And we're going to flip this because it's already got such a wear. I want it to be on the flatter side. And scratch that. The holes are all stripped. So that's not coming off. But that's okay. We'll scrape it until it falls off, and then we'll probably drill holes straight through this so we can put bolts straight through it on the next one, because the bolt goes right there. So should be able to drill straight through there. I don't think I'm going to do the handlebars. It's already getting late. It's taking a lot longer than I thought, but I think we will clean up this tail and go ahead and mount the tail light. So that way the tail will be done besides putting the fairings on. Here it is. We're just going to turn it on, test it. Ooh, that's going to look crispy, boy. It's going to look crispy under there. All right, so I got this there. Basically, just gonna end up just like that. Looks pretty good. I'm gonna have to drill a little hole right here. I have to snip these wires because even my biggest bit isn't big enough for this to fit. So I'll have to cut it and then re-splice them up in there. But shouldn't be a big deal. So yeah, it turns out this plastic in here, like, cuts real easily, or at least it did for the drill bit. So I just literally just bent it, like tilted the bit and just dug out some more. And then I ran a zip tie through here and through there, and it hooked right there. So it's like, it's looking pretty clean. We're just gonna plug these up to everything, plug everything in, and then see if she works. All right, Brett, so I plugged everything up. I just went yellow with the dark, and then white with black or whatever. I got that mixed up. But anyway, see what she looks like. Ooh! I gotta clip the zip ties. Sick. Oh, I'm so happy about this. I love having tail lights and blinkers and stuff. I've ridden around without them, and I prefer to have some stuff that makes it look like the bike's legal. Sick. That looks like you can hardly even tell like it's there. It's so discreet looking. That's amazing. Especially since it's blacked out. All right, let me just clip the zip ties now. All right, boys and girls, the 3% of y'all. That's what we're at. Steel tail's done, tail light's done, that's done. She's ready for the fairings and the seats, and the back half's done. Well, I lie. It's got the step plate. I gotta put the step plate on too. But that's all we're gonna do for today, boys. Tail's basically done. So, all right, Brad, see you on the next one. I gotta go to bed. I got things to do tomorrow, boy.